If you are struggling to find houses that are affordable to house hack, this video is going to open a fresh new angle to the house hacking concept and strategy, making it more profitable and even more repeatable than ever before. Stay tuned, because as of 6 months ago at the time of making this video, the game has completely changed. The guidelines have gotten easier, and now leveraging loans like the FHA 203k loan or the Fannie Mae Homestyle loan has made house hacking more attainable, more profitable, and more repeatable than ever. Now let's dive in and explain how. There are 3 specific ways that the 203k loan benefits house hackers. The third one being the game-changing ability that allows you to repeat the process over and over again, building you a very quick passive portfolio with very little out of pocket. With this method, you'll be able to cash flow more effectively while living in your property, but more importantly, give you the equity and the leverage you need to become a real estate investor long term. I'm Matt Percaro, and I bought my first house hack property with an FHA 203k loan and built a ton of equity really quick. I bought my property in the very tough New York market, but the 203k allowed me to buy a duplex property that was a completely trashed fixer-upper. And I was able to purchase it for only $9,500 out of pocket, which was only 3.5% down of my total loan amount, which was $350,000. 6 months later, that property was worth $480,000, building me $130,000 in equity in just a short amount of time. And most importantly, I was living in one unit for free and renting out the other unit to tenants. But most importantly was the repetition process. I got into house hacking because I wanted to be a real estate investor as well as live profitably. But what this enabled me to do was set me off on my real estate investing journey and eventually build that small $9,500 down payment into a portfolio of well over $2 million a couple years later. And again, I contribute it all to the 203k loan. Now, lately, I've been seeing so many people that are in house hacking groups and real estate investing communities online say that they are stuck in their house hacks, or they're really having trouble finding house hacks that make sense given these high interest rate, high property value market. Deals just didn't pencil out the way they used to. And I know when I did my first one in New York, deals didn't pencil out back then either. But with a little extra effort, the 203k version of the FHA loan not only allowed me to buy a multi-unit property to house hack, but it allowed me to buy a distressed property at a deep discount. That discount helped me be able to afford the property easier and ultimately built me the equity to go repeat the process. So jumping right into it, benefit number 1 is this. Like I just said, buying fixer-upper properties with this FHA 203k loan is the game changer here. You're able to get into these properties that need work at a lower cost basis. Lower cost means lower monthly mortgage payment, which means more cash flow. Ultimately, lower cost and lower mortgage payment means you're going to be able to afford more, get approved for more in your market, especially in higher cost of living markets. I'm in a high cost of living market here in New York. And the reason I was able to use the 203k loan and house hack at the same time was effectively the only reason I was able to get a house around here. Ultimately, I was looking for houses and I was pre-approved back at the time for about $300,000, which if you live in New York or anywhere close to New York or places like California, $300,000 gets you absolutely nowhere. Now, the houses I was looking at really needed a lot of work. And once you started to add in how much renovation I needed to do to the property, it would just push me over the edge. But the FHA 203k loan allowed me to not only start bidding on these properties that were really bad shape, but it also got me the ability to be able to afford some of these properties because I was looking for the bottom of the barrel. Now, you don't have to look for complete crack houses like I did, but what you're able to do is when you're able to bid on these properties, you're able to afford typically more than the flippers and wholesalers out there, but you're also at the same time able to get things at a deeper discount because the retail market isn't competing for it. Now, from the house hacking side of things, this is where it really gets awesome, where I'm going to jump into the next benefit number 2 on why the 203k is perfect for house hacking. Now, the FHA 203k loan allows you to wrap all the renovation costs into your mortgage, just like other hard money loans or investor loans out there. But just like the FHA, it only requires 3.5% of the total purchase price plus the renovation cost. Now, here's really where it shines with house hacking. The renovation loans like the 203k or the Fannie Mae Homestyle allow you to renovate the property to set it up for better house hacking scenarios. Right now, ADUs and accessory units are all the rage. It's giving people the ability to provide lower income housing and housing for the huge housing shortage we have across the nation, but it's also giving people the opportunity to expand their properties, add more bedrooms, add more bathrooms to be able to make it a better living situation, and more importantly, really tremendously increase its value. So when I bought my duplex property, it was originally a 1/1, right? So there was the downstairs and the upstairs, and they had the exact same floor plans, but they really only had technically 2 bedrooms in each unit. Now, each unit had an additional room, but it was kind of not set up right. It was a little bit more of an office and kind of dead space. What we did was we reframed the rooms in both units to make them a little bigger, add some windows, add a closet, and now I had a 3rd bedroom in each unit. This little change boosted my cash flow per unit about $400 a month. Now with the 203k, you can do this, you can build an accessory unit, you can do a lot of different things. You can even go on Amazon and buy one of those prefab houses and place it in your backyard as long as local zoning allows it. But ultimately, it gives you the budget to make these other accessory units, these other ADUs, and most importantly, expands your ability to make more money and more cash flow in the property. And that leads me to number 3, which is really the most important thing, which is building equity. The further and further I go down my real estate investing career, I understand that cash flow is what everybody wants. Cash flow is ultimately what's going to let you leave your job or make better financial decisions when you have more money coming in. It feels good because it's immediate. But truly, truly, truly where real estate shines is letting time do its thing and letting appreciation do its thing. Now that I've owned real estate for a couple of years now, I've been able to see a lot of the appreciation hit my property. That appreciation and that building of net worth is really what changes the game for you. It makes you more bankable. It allows you to go get other money for other things. It allows people to take you more seriously and really pours fire on the real estate investing journey. And that's truly what we want to do with house hacking. We want to make a good financial decision to not only live for free and build cash flow and keep that money and keep that nest egg in our pocket, but most importantly, we want to take that and continue to invest and continue to make good financial decisions. And that's what the first house hack did for me with the 203k, because not only was I able to get the benefit of living for free with house hacking, I created $130,000 of equity that I was able to tap into to go buy more real estate. Now, up until very recently, the FHA 203k loan, or any FHA loan for that matter, you were only allowed to have one under your name at any given time. So as much as it's a great strategy, it doesn't really fit the BRRRR strategy or the model of buying a house, renovating it, renting it out, and repeating the process. Because with one FHA loan under your name every time, and at any given time, you're going to be stuck in that one and go into the next one whenever you can either refinance out or be able to move across country or something like that. Now Fannie Mae has entered the game and now allows you to buy up to a 4-unit property 11 times under your name as long as you financially qualify for each additional property. There really is no effective limit anymore, so if you are able to do it and move around once a year, you're going to be able to build your portfolio very quickly because the Fannie Mae mortgages only require 5% down if you're living in the property. Now, if you do something simple like just buy a triplex every year or every other year for the first 5 years, you could build your portfolio to almost 10 units, get an ample amount of cash flow, and if you're working a 9-to-5 that you're trying to escape, or even just looking for that passive cash flow, that could add up really, really quickly and is way faster than all the other real estate investing strategies out there. So I want to hear from the house hacking community. Let me know down below in the comments if house hacking for you is more just to live for free and kind of set yourself up that way, or are you getting into house hacking to be a real estate investor long term? What I'd also like to know is, would you, if you could, move into a new house every year to build your portfolio very quickly? Or do you want to just do it once or twice and then set yourself off into other real estate investing journeys? And if you have any questions about the process, be sure to ask those in the comments below. I always answer everything personally. Now, if you're interested in more of the ins and outs of how the 203k loan works, check out the other videos on my channel, check out some of the links we have up here and down below, and ultimately just dive right in because this is truly the best way to get into house hacking, especially if you're struggling to find things that are affordable in your market, or you're really eager to build a portfolio very quickly with house hacking, and this process is going to give you that equity to repeat it over and over again. If you want to learn more about how to leverage house hacking and these renovation loans to start your real estate investing journey with very little out of pocket, would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I put these videos out all the time. I basically made the promise to myself when I did my first one that I would provide all the information that I didn't have on the FHA 203k and renovation loans when I first got into the real estate investing game. If you made it this far, please like my video and spread it around. If you know of anybody that's looking to get into house hacking as well, it always helps for you to share this, let people know. And if you're watching this and you know a friend or a family member, I get people all the time they are parents that, you know, they're looking out for their kids to do this because their kids are frustrated with finding a house. I was just talking to someone earlier about that. Go ahead and spread the love. There's not enough people that know about this strategy, and what I'm here to do is help clear the air on it so you can implement it yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.